Well, we've been working on it in secret for about a year. I mean, it was like close to a year ago where I read the manuscript for the first time, under complete sort of secrecy. I wasn't even allowed, the book wasn't even announced yet. And I fell in love with it. So I think it's, my favorite book in the series, quite possibly. And so to come back to a world with a group of people that I love and love working with, like Suzanne and Nina, my producer, and the team we've put together, getting that gang back together and be back in this world and tell one of these stories, but it also happens to be, I think, one of my favorites, is really, really exciting. I just think that it's the kind of story that at its core is an emotional journey. I think it being about Hamish, a young Hamish, he's a story character that we can all get behind and empathize with really quickly. And seeing what he goes through and what he experiences and the tragedy of all that, I think is really compelling and very emotional. But also, this is one because we're in an era within the world where the technology is raised up again and the arena is kind of ratcheted up again, and so the sort of scope and the scale, you know, you look at something like Catching Fire, it's more in the vein of something like that, and it's that spectacle that I think people love about some of these films. I think, look, what was fascinating was, Suzanne always writes from theme first and had a theme for the last book and wanted to write a story and wrote about an antagonist. And there was, a little bit of backlash originally, and then people came and they still loved the series and they came and they wanted to see an origin story about the antagonist of the series and they fell for it. But what they really want is to see sort of some of the fan favorite characters. And I think this is one of these books and stories where you get to see a character we all love that's one of the icons of these movies, and to see what they've gone through and to see how it ties into not just the original series but also the last movie. So it's this great sort of puzzle piece for everything.